So a whole lineup of little baby looms.
Yeah, that's my little collection here. I have quite a few small looms.
Yeah, what are they good for?
Well, they're good for a lot of things. They're good for training for somebody that wants to start weaving, and it teaches them. This loom is exactly like a regular table loom, a large table loom. And
how is that?
Well, then you have to warp it the same way by winding the
Okay, that's where the strings, okay.
Yeah, you weave over them.
They're actually attached to the machine.
Yeah, and this is what you have to make your warp first so that it doesn't get tangled. And this is a sample of one that'll fit on this loom.
And it all gets strung on there.
Yes, and you wind it on, and you have to watch. So most people, they want to weave, but they don't know what else is involved in getting to the, the weaving. And this little loom can show you that.
Okay.
It's not just pushing a shuttle back and forth.
Which is the part that goes back through here when you do something with those things?
Yeah, you have to. This turns up and down to make your heddle or your shuttle. Yeah. Yep. To make your opening in them to push the shuttle.
So it's a nicely made little thing.
Oh yes, yes. This one was made in Sweden.
Okay, well we'll take a look at the rest of them too, and maybe what's come off of it. Got some nice stuff off of this, but it needs to be rewarped, and why is that?
Well, because this thread was not too wonderful, and it's breaking, so I'm just going to finish this piece right here, and it is tied off.
Okay, so there is a lot to this stuff. Now, what about this next one here? Where's it from?
Well, it's from, let's see, it's made in Germany, and I'll tell you the truth, I'm not good at pronouncing things, so it's Kircher.
Well, we'll put that in the link there in the description down below. And it's on the plastic part.
Yes.
So these are actually, both of them have both wooden and plastic parts to them.
Yes.
Have you ever used this one?
No, this one has parts that are missing, which are
and you have all the parts.
Well, I wished I did. This, I'm going to have to make these. This is in place of the plastic here. And this one is more kind of accurate, but they're both one-heddle looms.
Okay, and you have the heddle.
I'm going to have to put it together with the strings.
Okay.
But that's
so you've got a project going.
Oh yes, yes. Other than that, it had a few other parts missing.
Where did you find all these things?
Second-hand stores. Well, actually, one was given to me. One of them. This one I bought at a garage sale, and that one, I think, a second-hand store.
Okay. Well, we'll have to take a look at this. It seems like you always have something to figure out with them. How about this one?
Oh, no. This one is a prize. This is not a toy by any means. It's a perfectly working loom that somebody gave me, and they gave it to me warped. Now, you notice the back of it, it's a very fine weaving.
The age of the paper says it was warped a long time ago.
Yeah. And I have made things on it. This is one of the samples.
Oh, what is that? A bag, a purse?
A purse. I use purses like this. I call them pocket purses, and that's what I usually use.
Okay, and that's got a very fine warp on it, and also a very fine web.
And now here's the name of it.
A whole bunch of these things back here. These, what are they called?
Oh, this is a 4-harness heddle.
Okay,
loom,
this is only 4-harness one we've seen here.
Yes, yes. That's why I say it's not a toy at all.
Okay.
And it works beautifully.
Okay, well you'll have to show us some of the stuff that's come off of that. Well, I am so happy. I thought I was going to have to look at more than that.
Oh, you got that wrong. I've got at least 4 more to show you.
Okay, let's get into it and get it over with. So we are back with the next batch of them.
Yeah.
Or is this some kind of musical instrument?
No, this is a very simple loom. I have instructions on it. It's an Avon loom.
Oh, makeup.
Yeah.
Beauty company.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't appreciate that, I guess. And it weaves a pretty wide piece. I've really never used this type loom because I have an 8-harness loom, table loom that'll do anything I want. But it is a nice beginning loom. It does have a lot of things you can make, supposedly.
Yeah, that's nice that you found the instructions with it. Yeah, how old is it, you think?
You know what? I have no idea on that.
Well, to run into the next one here.
Yeah, well,
okay, and this is what, the box for the one that we just looked at?
No, this is another one, just similar to it. This is a Spears, and it has a pattern page and a booklet.
Oh, wow, look at that, in the box. This is vintage. Do we have any idea how old this is?
No, I don't. And this one...
Oh, look how clean it is, just out of the box.
Was from England, trademarked by Great Britain and Canada. I don't know. What I liked about this one, if you notice, look at the heddles, and compared to the plastic, you know, on that one. It's just a quality, more quality.
Yeah. Okay, so the real thing in a
made in England
package, and we can tell just by the no barcoding on the box that it's, you know, pre-80s, if not 60s or older.
It came with everything. This was on it, or
so it has been used by somebody.
Well, yeah, it was actually a relative that passed away. That was she was a knitter, and I don't know. She bought this, and I ended up with it. So that one, it wasn't a very good job on it, but I think this will do a decent job of weaving. And it's similar to this one inside.
Again, no kid's toy. What was on the other side of, that was the book and the patterns.
Yeah, there's actually patterns in here. I haven't, I guess you can weave, and it tells you how to make a skirt and other...
Okay, so these are all capable of it. It's just that's telling us because you have so much of the original. Okay, so we're going to get a better look at this one.
Yes, I wanted you to see my original box.
Yeah, it's a nice box too, and that gives us some idea of the age, the markings on it, the no barcode kind of thing.
My next time.
The artwork. Okay, West Virginia, made in the USA on this one.
Easy Weaver. This is my mystery loom.
Okay, what does that mean?
Well,
it arrived on your doorstep anonymously.
No, it's just a mystery on the way it was put together. This was the original on it, and it had this attached to it, and these wires went out. Supposedly, I guess that was to hold the material from going in, like sometimes weavers pull it in too tight. I couldn't see how they used it like that because I couldn't move this thing right.
And get it to operate.
Yeah. So
and then the question is, are those parts, they do look like they came with it because they're the same kind of plastic material.
Yeah.
And this looked like wood from a distance, but I see this is plastic.
Now, this has another thing about it. There is no way to advance the warp. And it's so easy to warp. I want to use this. I did this little bit of weaving on it. It just... I can't figure that out because you'd only be able to make this size, you know. And
so not having the instructions means that the easy weaver is not an easy weaver. But we do know that you can make, what's it say on the box, handbags, placemats, cushion covers, scarves, hats, pot holders, plus many, many more items.
As long as it's not any wider than this, though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So those things did, I read that too. And those do qualify. I mean, you can make a pillow this wide, you know, and everything else they mentioned. But I can't see any way of making it the warp.
So we'll have to watch the comments. Maybe somebody else, another crazy mini loom collector, will find us here and leave some ideas.
I did have to repair it. It has, it's a Mickey Mouse job, but it really worked. I had to add, it was cracked in here. And
so with the 6 that we've seen so far, that seems to be pretty much standard procedure. If you're going to be a weaver, unless you're buying it new from the factory, you're going to have to figure out how to use it and invent parts and figure out what's missing. That's something you've done a lot of.
Yeah, with every one.
Okay, so you said there's some little knobs down in there.
Down here, this is how you advance the movement of the tape.
Okay, well, I'm glad we've got all 6 shown here today now, and we are done.
Well, I hate to tell you, but we got a couple more.
Oh, no. Well, maybe another day.
Okay. I'll finish this warp, and then I want to rewarp it again. I actually like this loom. I'm experimenting with some different things. I think tapestry is done on something like this more, although they're usually a tall loom.
Okay. 3.
Well, I got a box for this, but I certainly didn't get any instructions.
This one did come from a toy company, Mark's Toy Company.
Yep, and it's the plastic intrigues me too. It's an older plastic. I'm not sure. I used to know my plastics. You know, the age. You know, when certain ones came out, and that would date it for me. But I have no idea what to do.
Oh, another day. I'm back for more. I never expected anything like this. Apparently, they come in all shapes and sizes.
Well, you could call this a full-size loom in a way, because it will weave a nice-sized rug. You can put quite a bit of warp on it. I haven't really used it for a rug, but I did test it. This is the back beam, and you can wind a lot of warp on there. And it is a one heddle loom, and then your cloth beam is over here, and it'll hold a good sized rug, and it's a good width. It does not come apart. I did get a direct
there's some papers with it.
It's called a Hearthside loom, I believe. Assuming that's a...
Any markings on it?
No, I couldn't find any.
So without the paperwork, you really couldn't look anything up online either, so that's nice.
But it's...
Oh, let's see, what does it say on there? Yeah. Okay.
But it can do a good job on a, wide piece. And I am going to try it sometime.
Okay, so we're finished, finally.
No.
Oh, one more yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's go see that. So we will back up from this one to show they really do come in all shapes and sizes. This must be the smallest of everything you have that we've looked at?
Yes, I believe it is. And it is kind of a nice weaver. And it's fairly easy to warp.
That's back here.
Yeah, the warp is on this back here, and it goes through holes, and it's tight. That's what keeps it tight. Although this is loose because this winds and on. This is where the start is, and then your cloth, you wind tight, and you put it in these slots to get it the tension. And that one's too tight. I don't know. Maybe I don't have it as tight in the back as I should.
And the middle thing?
That's your to keep the threads separated and make your shed. When the threads are tight, then that makes your shed, and you can weave back and forth, and then you comb it down. Although I have found this comb too, and I don't know where it came from, but I think this would be useful for combing in place.
Okay, so miniatures, tables, toys. That was what, 99, 100.
I wish. Sometime. Well, it was only. I do have a bead loom over here.
We're not looking at no bead looms.
Okay.
So that's all the looms you've got.
Well, I'll show you sometime my good table looms and floor looms.
Okay, well that sounds like a whole nother video. We will have to stop back for that.